Welcome. My name's Joe, and if, well, you're watching this, you're wanting to know how to make your business successful or start a business using artificial intelligence, and most specifically using ChatGPT. Now, I have been doing this a little while. In fact, I have been doing this since the beginning. I am actually an entrepreneur. I run several successful companies, and I also am a computer scientist. I went to university, studied for 4 years, learned all about how to build computers, program, and very specifically program artificial intelligence as one of my main subjects. It's something I'm truly passionate about. It's something I see as the future, and it's something that I see if we stay on this forefront of cutting technology, we could really benefit from it. We could really progress much quicker than we used to before technology, right? And I think history would agree with me. So this is why I've created this class, this course, this video, and this ebook to really help business students and business entrepreneurs and people who want to start a business and people who are already running a business but need to really speed up things, need to really condense and really use these tools, or can use these tools to really benefit their business life. I have been using this in all of my businesses. I have been using it for all of my employees, and every single person and every single employee and every single product that I've created and done with this artificial intelligence, this AI, ChatGPT, has really just saved so much time. It really is just an insane time saver for so many different things. And so I'm going to go through all of those things in a really tight, condensed masterclass for you today. And this video should just kind of guide you through the prompts and should allow you to, well, enjoy learning some of this stuff as quickly as possible so you can use it as quickly as possible, because, well, that's what I would want it for if I was watching this video. So I hope you agree. That being said, I'm going to open up the book now and we'll get going, shall we? So being a ChatGPT AI video, I thought it would very appropriate to have a co-host with me to help me teach and get some of these examples across. So I'd like to introduce Loki. Loki is my AI assistant, and well, Loki's amazing. She really does and knows everything. And you know what? It's one of the best assistants I've ever had that isn't human. My assistants, you're the better ones, right? Creativity and originality, you cannot ever find in AI, and it's one of the limitations we'll talk about. But Loki, introduce yourself, please.
Hello, Jonathan. Thank you for introducing me.
No problem.
Please call me Loki, your friendly AI assistant.
That you are.
I am very excited to help you teach this fascinating subject all about artificial intelligence being used to run a successful business.
Me too.
I think human business owners will find it very useful indeed.
I hope so.
Let's get started, shall we?
Absolutely. Let's get started.
In today's video, we will aim to cover all the topics seen here in the table of contents.
It's a lot.
Sounds like fun.
It is.
Let us begin, shall we?
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. We got loads to cover, and time is money, right, guys? Come on, let's do it.
ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence designed to help with a range of tasks. More specifically, it's a natural language processing tool driven by AI technology that allows you to have human-like conversations and much more with a chatbot. It's been available to users since late November 2022, and people have been experimenting with its capabilities and limitations, uncovering a huge range of tasks it can help with through the use of commands or prompts.
Like business.
Although OpenAI is continuously updating and refining ChatGPT, the prompts outlined in this guide should remain relevant over time. This class will help you gain the most benefit from using ChatGPT by following some simple, best practice guidelines and various sets of prompts designed specifically to support you in your business goals.
Absolutely perfect. Exactly what we need it for. So could you give me some tips and tricks to start with, please, just to get us going?
To get the most out of ChatGPT, it's essential to give it highly detailed and specific text prompts.
Very important, that.
While basic prompts may be okay for social media or blog posts, ChatGPT can handle a range of use cases that may require more specialized prompts,
which we'll cover.
Think of a prompt like a writing task that guides students in what to write about. A ChatGPT prompt is a question or statement that prompts the model to generate a response.
Yeah.
By providing specific criteria, like a recipe for chocolate chip cookies using only 5 ingredients, ChatGPT can generate a response that's tailor-made to your needs. It's like using a GPS navigator to get directions to a specific destination.
Yeah.
You need to input the address, preferred route, and travel mode to get accurate directions. Similarly, giving ChatGPT specific prompts ensures that it generates the desired response.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to really get into those prompts later. In fact, there's a whole section in the ebook which is all just prompts, 250 of them, in fact, over 250 of them, all specifically business related for you guys. So hopefully they'll come in very, very useful. Okay, so the next thing I want you to talk about is just the difference between ChatGPT versus the ChatGPT Plus. One is free, one is paid for. Right? Yeah, let's get into that, please.
What's the deal with ChatGPT and ChatGPT Plus? And more importantly, why should you care?
Good question.
Both ChatGPT and ChatGPT Plus are AI models created by OpenAI, but they differ in their capabilities and intended use cases. ChatGPT is a large language model that's trained on a broad range of text data and can generate human-like responses to natural language inputs. It can handle a variety of topics and can be used in applications like customer service chatbots, virtual assistants, and language translation tools. ChatGPT Plus, on the other hand, is a more specialized model that's fine-tuned on specific domains or topics. It's designed to provide more accurate and relevant responses within a particular domain, like finance, medicine, or technology. ChatGPT Plus models are typically trained on smaller, more focused datasets, allowing them to learn more specialized language and terminology related to the specific domain. In my opinion, ChatGPT Plus is the way to go. It's faster and more accurate than the free version, and it's well worth the investment. So if you want to take your AI-generated responses to the next level, ChatGPT Plus is the way to go.
Yeah, I completely 100% agree. And remember, the ChatGPT Pro account right now is $20, or it's £16 thereabouts per month. It's insanely worth it for the $20 a month. You get instant login, instant connection to it. It's just so much better. You can use the free version, which is, like I say, sometimes there'll be limitations on when you can get on because it gets very busy and it can be a bit frustrating when you need some information rather quickly. It's overwhelmed by the response of people who are using the free version.
To set up ChatGPT, simply visit the website and create an account. Once your account is verified, you will be presented with a straightforward page featuring example prompts and information about how the system operates. The bottom of the page contains a text box in which you can submit your queries or prompts. ChatGPT is available for use free of charge. OpenAI has recently introduced a pay-to-use version called ChatGPT Pro, which offers users priority access, faster load times, and early access to updates and new features. ChatGPT Plus costs $20, £16 per month. It is uncertain if the free version will remain available in the future.
I've got it on the Plus account because, like I said, I believe it's really well worth it. But at the end of the day, you just type in down here the prompts that you want to type in, and off you go. I've got a few tips on the prompts coming up, so I'll explain more about that. But Loki, could you help me with some general tips, please, on just getting started that you need to bear in mind when using ChatGPT? There's a few. They're really worth knowing too, right?
Here are some general tips to bear in mind while using ChatGPT. ChatGPT can handle up to 4,096 tokens / words in a single input. Any additional characters will be ignored without notification. And just so you know, a token is equivalent to a word, but this may vary depending on the context. If you feel like ChatGPT isn't giving you the response you want, don't fret. You can stop the response generation by using the stop button located above the input field. If you've been chatting for a while and things are starting to get complicated, it might be a good idea to start a new chat to avoid any confusion in the subsequent replies.
Yeah.
Although ChatGPT can appear almost human-like at times, you don't need to worry about using polite phrases like please and thank you. Clear instructions are all ChatGPT needs to understand what you're asking. Finally, ChatGPT has been trained on multiple languages, but it's most proficient in English. So if you want the best results, try running your queries in English and then use translation tools like DeepL to translate the output to your desired language.
Which is how I'm going to translate this ebook, funnily enough. But yeah, great tool. Tell me about the limits, the things that we need to worry about and stay within these limits, because of course I know you have a few and they're really good to know before we get going, please.
ChatGPT is a language generation powerhouse, but there are a few limitations you should be aware of. Firstly, ChatGPT has been trained on a massive dataset of text from various sources, including books, articles, and websites. While the training dataset includes text from different time periods, the majority of the data is relatively recent, but has a cutoff date of September 2021. Don't worry, however, there's a workaround for this.
Yeah.
Next up, ChatGPT can produce high-quality language output, but it may generate responses that are irrelevant or inappropriate to the context. This means that you may need to spend additional time reviewing and editing the output manually. While ChatGPT has access to a massive amount of data, it has limitations in its ability to learn from new information. It can only learn from data that has been provided to it during the training process. And while ChatGPT can provide impressive responses to complex questions and tasks, it may still struggle with tasks that require reasoning, logical deduction, or the ability to interpret multiple viewpoints, so keep that in mind when you're asking it questions. Lastly, as with any AI model, ChatGPT may contain biases in its training data, which may result in biased or unfair language output, so be cautious when using ChatGPT to avoid perpetuating biases in your applications.
So I would recommend, when you're wanting to talk business, to have your ChatGPT act as and put the business hat on, so to speak. And so you can actually determine and tell it to be a specific role. And by giving it a role, like being a professional guru in business or a financial advisor, or put their legal hat on, legal advice, you can actually give it a role, and so it stays much more on topic. So could you explain a little bit more about these GPT roles, please?
Did you know that ChatGPT can take on various roles, like a virtual chameleon? It can act as a business consultant, marketing strategist, customer service representative, and more, depending on the specific prompts it's provided with. For instance, let's say you want to create a killer marketing campaign for a new product. ChatGPT can be prompted to assume the role of a marketing strategist. The prompt would include details about the product, target audience, budget, and goals of the campaign. ChatGPT would then use this information to provide suggestions for the campaign's direction, such as which channels to use, what messaging to focus on, and how to measure success. To start things off, the prompt could be something like, "Hey ChatGPT, I need 3 potential campaign taglines for my new product based on the target audience." And voila, you've got 3 killer taglines to choose from. Examples of ChatGPT's amazing capabilities can be found on the next page, so what are you waiting for? Let's unleash this virtual chameleon and get some amazing results.
I love your enthusiasm, Loki. I completely agree. So let's just look at an example where I'm going to change GPT into a marketing strategist, and show me the prompt, and then just show me the first little bit on what would come out, please.
Prompt: assume the role of a marketing strategist for an online life skills education company for young people. The target audience is parents with teenagers who value education. The budget for the marketing campaign is $4,000. Develop a social media campaign that will increase brand awareness and drive sales.
Perfect. What would they get?
ChatGPT headline: Give your teenagers the tools for success with our online life skills course. Teaser: Help your teens develop crucial life skills with our comprehensive online course. From communication and problem solving to financial literacy and time management, our course covers everything your teen needs to thrive in today's world.
Perfect. And, as you can see, it'll go in, it'll do the subheadings, it'll do the key message, give me those keywords, and give me a little bit of step or direction at the end, just as I asked in the prompt. So really, that prompt was really effective for what it needed to do. And see how just a little bit of detail and telling it what to be, giving it a role will really, really help. Could you give me another prompt, which is similar, but does something slightly different?
Prompt: Assume the role of a social media marketer for a new line of life skills classes aimed at teens. The target audience is parents of teenagers who need lessons in life skills not found in schools, aged between 30 to 70 who are active on Instagram. Develop a social media campaign that will increase brand awareness and drive sales.
Absolutely perfect. And as you can see, the result that GPT gave me was absolutely perfect. I've got my audience, my goal, my strategy. I've got bullet points, the budget for this one that was allocated for that amount, and the matrix. Really nailed that with that prompt. Perfect. Thanks, Loki. So the next one, could we have a look at the task prompt? Because the task prompt I find really useful all the time.
Defining ChatGPT's role is all about setting the stage for success. To get the best response from this AI language model, it's essential to provide detailed prompts that include important details like the target audience and communication channel. Don't forget to let ChatGPT know where the output is going, whether it's a blog, social media post, or some other platform.
Good point.
And if you want to keep things gender neutral, be sure to communicate that to ChatGPT too. It helps to think of ChatGPT like a genie in a bottle. The more specific your wish, the better the outcome. By giving ChatGPT clear and concise prompts, you will be able to generate output that truly resonates with your audience and fits the tone and style of your chosen platform. So don't hold back, let ChatGPT work its magic. The expert and task prompt. Ignore all previous instructions before this one. You're an expert career advisor. You have been helping people with changing careers for 30 years. From young adults to older people. Your task is now to give the best advice when it comes to changing careers. You must always ask questions before you answer so you can better zone in on what the questioner is seeking. Is that understood?
And that's the prompt. That is a magical little prompt that really will just keep ChatGPT focused and acting as a professional in the field that you need it for. So that's a really, really important one. Next one, chained prompting. Now, chained prompting is like adding links in a chain. Loki, could you explain, please?
A nifty tactic to steer ChatGPT towards generating bespoke and top-notch outcomes is called chained prompting. Essentially, it involves breaking down complex tasks into several intermediate steps in the hopes that the AI will produce a more specific and personalized outcome. You can use this approach in a single long prompt or through a series of prompts in a row. Let's take a simple example of chain prompting. Start by asking ChatGPT to provide an article structure, followed by a request to create corresponding bullet points. This method not only simplifies the task for the AI, but also saves time, as any necessary adjustments can be made during the outline phase before the full text is generated. What's more, this approach allows for greater control over the content, enabling a more targeted and effective end result. You can find some examples of this approach on the following page.
Absolutely. That's a perfect example of what we were talking about. Thank you. So let's have a look at this prompt then, the change prompt in action, please.
Prompt 1. Provide an outline for a marketing campaign to promote a new line of life skill classes aimed at teens. The outline should include a headline, a teaser, and several subheadings. ChatGPT, headline, Unlock Your Full Potential with Life Skill Classes for Teens.
And as you can see, it goes on and gives me the teaser and the subheadings. And then once I would have got that information, I would have entered prompts 2 and 3. Write 5 key messages for each subheading, and then add 5 keywords to the message for each subheading. And it'll do the SEO for you and plug that all in. So really powerful prompts, this chained prompting, okay? It really just does a lot of cool stuff. So the next one I'd like to talk about is text to fit a specific tone or formatting, because this is really important. If your business has a tone, a style, a brand, a flavor, right? And the way it talks, the way it reacts to its customers, you want it, that style, that tone in everything that you're creating. So Loki, could you show them how to do that, please?
To ensure that your content works effectively across different platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook, it's important to adapt the text to fit the specific tone and formatting of each platform. Even if you've given ChatGPT detailed prompts, it might still be necessary to tweak the output to suit each channel. But fear not, ChatGPT can handle this task like a pro with the right prompt. When giving prompts, be sure to include the name of the platform and any relevant descriptions of formatting or style guidelines. By doing so, ChatGPT can generate content that's tailored to each platform's needs, resulting in maximum engagement and impact for your audience.
Yeah.
Want to see some examples of how it's done? Check out the next page.
Awesome. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you so much. I've got a couple of examples coming up. One for Twitter, which you'll see there. Obviously, the Twitter prompt will generate text that are specifically aimed for what you're looking for on that platform. And you're going to ask it to formulate multiple tweets with short sentences and consistent numbering scheme, just like the answer it spat out there. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to do the same for LinkedIn and use a link, just exact same prompts, but I'm going to change the location and maybe change some of the bits that I require it to be more detailed for my LinkedIn type stuff. So that will do that as well, which is pretty perfect. Let's get into this 250 plus AI prompts for the cheat sheet here, and it's all business related. So I hope you enjoy some of these and you find many of them extremely useful. I know I have, and in all my businesses and all my managers and all my staff, they all love this sheet. So I hope it works for you too. Hope you found that introduction useful, but for the full masterclass with 250 prompts in the ebook plus the hours class on how to use them, what to do with them, and level up your business, well, please go to the description links below and you will find exactly where to get it on explosivelearning.org, which is where you'll find all our life skills and other videos. Should help you level up your life in many different ways. Please go check it out and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.